Good afternoon, dear students. Today our topic is the word forming system of the English language. So we know that there are two types of word forming system, major type of word formation and minor type of word formation. What is word formation? Word formation is a branch of lexicology which studies the process of building new words, derivative structures, patterns of existing words. All ways of forming new words can be classified into two big groups, major and minor types of creating new words. There are two major types of word formation. They are word derivation, word composition. The minor types comprise shortening, blending, acronym, sound imitation, sound interchange, word formation, and distinctive stress. So word formation deals with words which can be analyzed both structurally and semantically. Simple words are closely connected with word formation. They serve as a foundation of derived and compound words. For example, consumer, misunderstand, sugar, verse, free versus to consume, to understand, free or irrelevant to it. Word derivation can be affixation and conversion. So what is affixation? Affixation is a formation of new word with the help of affixes. For example, happy, happiness. Print, misprint. Affixation is divided into suffixation and prefixation. So what is suffixation? Suffixation is mostly to coin nouns and adjectives. Prefixes mostly coin verbs or serve to coin verbs. Word formation deals with the derivational structure of words, derivational bases, derivational affixes, and derivational patterns. So what is derivational base? Derivational base is a part of the word which establishes connection with lexical unit that motivates the derivative and determines its individual lexical meaning, describing the difference between words in one and the same derivative set. For example, the individual lexical meaning of the words consumer, dealer, teacher, which denote active doers of the function or action, is presented by the lexical meaning of derivational bases such as consume, deal, teach. Derivational affixes are immediate constituents of derived words in all parts of speech. Derivational affixes are added to derivational bases. Affixes can be of two types, as we have mentioned before. They are divided into prefixes and suffixes. Prefixes modify the lexical meaning but rarely transfer a word into a different part of speech. For example, here, over here, fair, unfair, president, ex-president. Suffixes also modify the lexical meaning but not necessarily transfer a word into a different part of speech. King, kingdom, book, bookish, rapid, rapidly. So what is derivational pattern? Derivational pattern is a regular meaningful arrangement which imposes rigid rules on the order and the nature of the derivational base and affixes that may be brought together to create a new word. Derivational patterns are also known as structural formulas. For example, friend, friendship. So what is conversion? Conversion is a formation of a new word by putting a stem of the already existing word into a different paradigm. For example, fly can be noun and verb. Thus, by changing the category of a part of speech without adding any derivative elements such as prefixes and suffixes, so that the original and converted words become homonyms. The paradigm of the verb fly, fly, flies, flying, flew, flown. The paradigm of the noun fly, so singular and plural, fly, flies. For example, there are many flies here. Conversion is highly productive and widely spread among verbs and nouns. Converted verbs can sound extremely colloquial. For example, I will microwave the chicken for you. Conversion can be explained by the analytical character of the English language, deficit of inflections, and abundance of monosyllabic and disyllabic words in different parts of speech. Compound words are words consisting of at least two stems which occur in the language as free forms. Most compounds have the primary stress on the first syllable. For example, blackboard. Compound adjectives and numerals have two primary stress: hot-tempered, newborn, 74, 99, 36, and etc. Compounds are binary in structure, consist of two or more constituent lexemes: vacuum cleaner, manufacturer, vacuum cleaner, and manufacturer, while vacuum cleaner, vacuum, and cleaner. Compounds usually have a head constituent. It is a part of the word which determines the syntactic properties of the whole lexeme. For example, snow white, the noun snow and the adjective white. White is here as the head constituent of the snow white. Compounds can be found in all major syntactic categories, such as nouns, words, adjectives, prepositions. So here are examples: nouns, sunlight, longboard; verbs, window, shop, safeguard; adjective, duty bound, ice cold; preposition, into, onto, upon. Morphologically, compounds are classified according to the structure of immediate constituents, consisting of simple stems: strawberry, blackbird, where at least one of the constituents is a derived stem. For example, gas cooker, mile owner, where one of the constituents is clipped stem. For example, V-Day, Valentine's Day, Christmas, where one of the constituents is a compound stem. For example, football player, waste paper basket. Structurally, compounds can be words which are formed by a mere juxtaposition without any connecting elements: sailboat, schoolboy, heartbreak, sunshine. Stems which are connected with a vowel or consonant placed between them: salesman, handicraft. Semantically, compounds may be non-idiomatic and idiomatic. Compounds are non-idiomatic when they are motivated morphologically. Suitcase is a sum of meanings of the stems. This compound word consists of the meaning of each stem is retained. When the compound is not motivated morphologically, it is idiomatic. The meaning of each component is either lost or vacant. It has a transferred meaning. Buttable is not actually a ball made of butter. It is someone who is fat, especially child. So now let's talk about minor types of word formation. Minor type of modern word formation. So they are shortening, blending, acronyms, sound interchange, sound imitation, distinctive, stress, back formation, and reduplication. Shortening is the formation of a new word by cutting off a part of a word. Types, for example, initial part of the word is clipped. For example, history, story, telephone, phone. The middle part of the word is clipped. Madame, mom, species, spectacles. Specs, spectacles. The final part of the word is clipped. Professor, prof, vampire, vamp. both initial and final. Influenza, flu, detective, tech. Polysemantic words are usually clipped in one meaning only. Doctor, someone who is trained to treat people who are ill, someone who holds the highest level of degree given by university. Thus, it can be clipped only in the first meaning, dog. There can be distinguished homonyms so that one and the same sound and graphical lexical unit may represent different words. For example, vacation, and vacuum, vet, veterinary, surgeon, and veterinarian. Blending is a formation of a new word which combines the feature of both clipping and composition. For example, bottle, boat, and hotel, brunch, breakfast and lunch, smoke, smoke and fog, modem, modulator, demodulator. Several structural types of blends, initial part of the word plus final part of the word. Electricity plus execute. Initial part of the word and initial part of the word. For example, labor, lab, laboratory, lab. Initial part of the word, full word. Paratroops, full word, final part of the word. Gymnastics, sling plus gymnastics. Acronym. Acronym is the formation of a new word by means of initial letters of word or phrase. Acronyms are commonly used for the names of institutions and organizations. No full stops are placed between the letters. All acronyms can be divided into two groups. Acronyms in the first group are often pronounced as series of letters. European Economic Community, EEC, FBI, PC. Acronyms in the second group are pronounced according to the rules of reading. For example, AIDS, NATO, UNO, and etc. Some words of the second group can be written without capital letters as they are no longer recognized as acronyms. Laser, light amplification by stimulated emissions of radiation. Radar or chip. Acronyms can be homonyms as well. For example, MP or MP or PC. Member of Parliament or personal computer. Sound interchange is the formation of a new word due to an alliteration in the phonemic composition of the root of a word. Sound interchange can be of two types: vowel interchange, full, fill. In some cases, the vowel interchange is combined with suffixation, long, length. Consonant interchange, belief, belief. New words formed by sound imitation denote an action or a thing by more or less exact reproduction of the sound which is associated with it. Let's compare such words from English and Russian. Bang, bats, сильный удар. According to the source of the sound, words denoting sounds produced by human beings in the process of communication and expressing their feelings. For example, chatter, boo, words denoting sounds produced by animal, birds, insects, buzz, words imitating the sound of water, the noise of metallic things, movements, splash, swing, scratch, and etc. Distinctive stress is a formation of a new word by means of the shift of the stress in the source of the word. For example, increase, increase, subject, subject, object, object. Back formation is a formation of a new word by cutting of a real or supposed suffix. As a result of misinterpretation of the structure of the existing word. This type of word formation is built on analogy. Cobbler to cobble, blood transfusion to blood transfuse. In reduplication, new words are formed by doubling a stem, either without any phonetic change or with a variation of the root, vowel, or consonant. For example, riff-raff, walkie-talkie. Some more examples, bye-bye, chit-chat, and others. So this was the last type of word formation that we have just looked through with you together. Home task.